I'm good. How are you?
Really good, really good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just want to make sure the water pressure's not high,
oh.
because it'll happen again, you know.
Uh,
So it's just one thing to look at and rule out.
yeah, but it's normally I never have that problem. Maybe the thing is too old, huh? Oh, this is the way you check, huh?
That looks good. Looks like it's like 65 psi, so that's
Normal, huh?
yeah, it's normal.
And then no.
It can be frustrating when you find out later that's what it is.
Ah,
So it's
so
easier
at
just
least you
to,
have machine. You're a professional.
yeah, well, it's just
Yeah,
easier.
at least is no pressure.
I'm sorry?
At least no pressure on that thing. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Water pressure. Oh.
Yeah.
Normal is 65, huh?
Yeah, 50 to 60 is normal.
Yeah. But last time this thing bring her, but this time is no bringing away.
Yeah, it just went out.
Oh, it just went out.
Yeah, it went out.
Oh, so it's no ding like that.
Should probably change this too. Yeah, those plastic drain valves though are
No, no.
they're bad. Yeah, they can leak at the tank. You know, so it's probably better to take care of it while I'm here.
Okay. But inside not leaking from inside, huh?
I don't think so. But this is I gotta clean this out again.
Oh, okay.
So it's full of water again. The combustion chamber is full of water, and we should probably change the drain valve and just go brass on all that.
Okay.
And then you can keep that.
Okay.
So then you'll have a different one and a different one.
Okay.
Yeah, put a metal one on
This
there.
is better, huh?
It's better.
Better than plastic.
Yeah, oh yeah, way better. We just you got water. It should be under a vacuum. We'll just do it real fast. There's a lot of pressure. I turned the water off to the water heater, but there's still a lot of pressure. Do you see all the pressure?
It come down.
Yeah, like I think it's back feeding. I mean, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure where all that pressure is coming
Oh,
from.
that's to open the water. The washing machine.
No, but I shut off the supply.
Oh.
I shut off the supply of water to the water heater, so there shouldn't be that much pressure.
Ah.
So I think it's back feeding pressure through the hot side.
Ah.
See what I'm saying? Because once you create a vacuum and you break that pressure, it should
Stop.
well, almost stop almost completely, but it wasn't stopping. So I'm like, where's all this pressure coming from? And usually when you have a situation like that, it's getting in there somehow, right? And the only other way in is through the hot side. So I think that's kind of what was going on. There was a lot of pressure. I would have liked to have measured it. I mean, it should still not exceed house pressure, and we measured house pressure at 65 psi. It's a little weird, but okay. So that takes care of that secondary problem. All right, now we got to get all the water out again. So.
Or if the tank inside is no good, it's blinking red, but outside is no blinking.
Yeah, if there's a problem, if there's a problem with the valve, it'll blink red, and then you count those blinks and those. You cross-check that. Yeah. So 5 times, you look up 5, 7. There's a lot on here.
But this time is no blink at all.
Yeah, it's blinking blue now.
Yeah.
So we're just doing what we did last time.
Yeah.
So once you get all the water out, so the water actually, it gets so high that it cuts the flow of air off.
Oh.
So no air can get in.
Oh. So
It just cuts it off. They designed these combustion chambers. The bottom of these combustion chambers are like bowls. Usually I drill holes,
so
and that way if it happens again, the water can get out. But with a vacuum, I just suck all the water out. But I should have. If it had, I would have just kept going. But that didn't. That wouldn't have stopped your problem. You know, your problem was the temperature pressure relief line, and basically the drain valve too was pretty bad. You got to put a cap over it because it would only been a matter of time till it failed at the tank, and then it floods again. And yeah, there we go. So yeah, so we took care of that.
Okay.
We took care of that.
Okay.
We tested your water pressure.
Okay.
It seemed normal. There might be some like increased water pressure going on with the laundry. I don't know. I mean, I don't see why it would increase the water pressure, but we know it at least was back feeding in here. But I recommend if you get a chance, just like I said last time, come by and check it the next day.
Okay, yeah.
Just come by and look at it, and if this is full of water again, then you know
it's leaking.
You know the tank itself is leaking from someplace.
Okay.
But right now we're just suspecting. We're just suspecting what we see, which is the temperature pressure relief. I mean, it still could be the tank. I don't know. It just, It's hard to you know, you just got to eliminate stuff. So these two things are eliminated. You are still under warranty, which is good. So if it is the tank, you could probably take it into Home Depot. Like, you're probably right at the edge of your warranty, like within a month or two. And you could probably exchange it. But it's running now, so we know the valve is good. We know the burner's firing up. It'll dry out like it did last time. I don't see a lot of water. I don't see any water showing up down there, which it should, you know.
When it's hot, maybe the steam.
No, it'll steam off, but it'll take off through the.
So
Yeah,
maybe just like the teapot when you boil, and then the steam water, no?
Oh, inside the tank, you mean? Inside?
No.
Well, that hot water rises. The hot water rises.
And then automatically shut off like last time, like that.
Yeah, I can't say. Sometimes they go bad and they fail. Sometimes they just go bad and they're no good. You know, you might have some excess.
Yeah, but last time we changed this thing, eh?
On your other water heater.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the other one. Yeah, that's the chamber sensor. That's the chamber sensor. Your chamber sensor's okay. All the you know, the burner assembly and the valve seem to be okay. It's just you got water getting into it, and from what we could tell, it was getting in through the temperature pressure relief.
Yeah.
I got it to stop last time, but it's probably
no good as well.
It's probably
Because
just affected.
I think this thing right here. Huh?
Yeah, that's all the calcium. You know, the minerals that are in the water and stuff. Anyway. Okay, so my hydrostatic pump is not priming. So I'm going to see if I can fix it. So basically, you lift this handle and it draws in fluid, pumps it back over, eventually pumps the fluid as water, pumps it out into whatever vessel and pressurizes it, and then gives you the pressure reading here. It is not drawing in any water. So it looks like I'm gonna have to try and work on it today and see if I can fix it. Falling flat, it should be able to stay in place right here, but it's just, oh, there we go. It's just dropping. So I think it's like a air locked or vacuum locked. My guess would be it's probably clogged up someplace, or there's a little ball or something in here that is blocked. There we go. Alright. Well, that was an easy fix. Well, apparently something was blocked right here. I did see some Teflon tape in here. There's a little like rubber gasket. Oh yeah, it's good news. I don't have to take this whole damn thing apart. You can see it's working now.